Housing price affordability in the United States. Yikes, it's all over the headlines right now. Rents are up, way up, and homes and condo prices are softening, but still way up year over year. Affordability has never been clean and easy to really track as much as people want you to believe, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But in case you don't know, I am Douglas Lucky Larson. This is the Retire Early and Often channel, and I hope you like and subscribe and watch more of our great content about current markets and exactly how you can retire early and often starting now. And as we often talk about, it's not really about the money, although that helps. It's about the whole package, the whole lifestyle, including time freedom, pursuing a real purpose, relationships that bring you true joy, and hopefully that last a lifetime. Right now I'm in San Diego, just waiting for my flight that was delayed. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the housing market because everybody's asking me about it. Talking about housing affordability, well, there's no doubt that we've had prices going up and prices going down, but the sticker price of something is always relative to something else. Wages, stocks, crypto, or even the housing and rent prices from a year ago or 2 years ago. How can we not compare it to something? The ultimate test for comparison, of course, is living in your car. Now, compared to that, yes, housing is expensive, but it's better than the alternative. Now, you can't talk about housing affordability without comparing it to something. So again, if your stock portfolio and your wages in the summer of 2021 were up a lot from just a couple years earlier, well, your rent didn't seem too bad, or home prices, mortgage. Now, especially if you adjust the home price according to super low mortgage rates and that monthly payment that it spits out. Now we've got interest rates going up quite a bit, and it changes things. Bitcoin billionaires last year were buying up beautiful homes in exotic places, and they were doing that for the last 3 or 4 years, all the way up through the end of 2021, until the crypto market fell back to earth with mortgage interest rates rising and many people's investments losing value, and many more people starting to feel a little bit nervous about their jobs. Not to mention, everybody's paying about 20% more for food than they were just 2 years ago. Housing prices and rents are looking very unaffordable now as we roll into the third quarter of 2022. Now, gas prices are up, 80 to 100% over what they were 2 years ago. I'm a landlord, and I'm on the other side of this problem from many people. I have rentals in San Diego and Idaho and Utah, and I've offers to purchase right now some homes in Florida. I'll let you know how that goes. But home prices are high and rent prices are high to offset those prices. Now, I'm comparing the prices to a couple years ago, just the same as how we see gas prices coming down, but we remember that 2 years ago we were paying half of what we're paying now. Yes, prices are coming down a little bit, but again, compared to a couple years ago, I still hate paying that price at the pump, and I still hate paying prices of houses. Now, again, current higher costs are compared to prices, labor, and fees from 2 years ago, and landlords and investors are constantly asking, will I make enough in rent to cover those costs? So how unaffordable are home prices and rents right now? Well, again, if you have a great job and a perfect size home for your needs and a great income of at least 3 or 4 times your rent or your mortgage, housing probably seems pretty affordable to you, especially compared to most of the world. Most people in the U.S., as in more than 50% of households in the U.S., are doing great on housing. Now, in fact, 37% of all homes in the U.S. are owned free and clear. That's no mortgage. So they're not feeling the pinch of higher interest rates or anything, certainly higher taxes and insurance and maintenance costs. I'm feeling that too. But most of those owners are old. They're old and getting older, And most of my viewers are actually under age 40, mostly under age 35. The vast majority of you, especially under 30 and 35, are feeling some real pain in the housing department. Mortgage payments and monthly rent is higher, especially compared to household income. It's higher than ever before in recorded history in the US. Now, in the next 8 to 10 years, we're going to see a lot more old people who are dying off, and the property will transfer to Gen Xers like me and millennials. I know that sounds like a long time, but it's really not. Also, keep in mind that just in case you're not expecting an inheritance from dear old mom and dad or your great aunt Betsy, well, there are likely to be some great buying options soon in the areas that you like. Again, even if you don't get some free money from somebody who's old. There's lots of data to suggest, though, that rent prices are not likely to come down. Not very much, anyway. Even if the home prices do in the next several years. Also, keep in mind that there is no such thing as a real estate market, a rental market, a housing market. That's not true in anywhere on the globe, let alone just the United States. Let's talk about some of those differences. So I'm in San Diego right now, and there are nice areas and not so nice areas. You could go just within the county, and there's a guy on YouTube, Nick Gurley, and he does a great job very often of talking about housing markets in the United States by county. And a county is just too big to give you a real understanding of what's going on. There's a neighborhood where I have a house. I bought it last year in the summertime. It's a fantastic rental, and I got a great value at the time. It's actually gone up in value since then and stayed high. I would like to buy another rental or two in that very neighborhood, but guess what? Nobody's selling. At least nobody's selling at an affordable price. The lowest price in there is, it's still $150,000 over the price that I paid. No, in fact, $200,000 over the price I paid. I also invested about another $30,000 or $40,000 into my little house. So anyway, a zip code is just too big of a search area. You have to go literally neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community to find apples to apples comparisons. Now, there are starting to be some bargains in some areas. I will say that I'm loving some neighborhoods in Florida right now. I have two brothers, and together they own 3 rental properties in Florida. I'm kind of jealous. It gives them opportunities to go and surf and hang out there together. And I've spent some time there, and oh my goodness, the value is just incredible compared to what I see in Salt Lake City or certainly here in San Diego. And just to compare it to something, wages, an average person can go get a McJob at a local gas station. I don't know if you've ever heard of Buc-ee's, Buc-ees. It's a huge gas station chain, and each of the gas station / truck stop / I don't know what else to call them. It's like the Walmart of gas stations. They've got everything in there: meat counters and sandwich counters and beef jerky counters. You can even get like alligator jerky. It's pretty cool. Anyway, they're huge, but they've got large marquees out front. Hiring now. Minimum starting pay $18 to $20 an hour. That's for an average individual, no experience, coming in $18 to $20 an hour starting. Wow, that's crazy. Then you go up to somebody with experience, and it's $20, $25 per hour. You understand that a couple with 2 McJobs at this gas station could literally be making $40, $50 an hour combined, and easily afford rent or even a payment on some of these homes. They are, $250,000. I've seen them for as low as $150,000 for a 2-bed, 1-bath house. That's a house with a yard in the Daytona Beach area, Ormond Beach, Holly Hill. Again, it just seems like incredible value. Now you gotta like humidity. You gotta like a few more bugs than some other places. But I'm telling you, it for the amount of wages, even at the bottom end, compared to rent and home prices, I just don't see how that's a losing situation. Anyway, there is no such thing as a real estate market, and there is no such thing as a rental market. Keep that in mind. Now, finally, because I love to give my viewers some actionable steps. First, if you are looking to buy a property, identify an area or neighborhood or two and use redfin.com to start searching. Trust me, every single day, Redfin is going to send you properties that will help you get a pretty good feel for what's a good value in areas that you're interested in. Next, be open to different strategies or ideas that might just make something work, like house hacking, which is living in a part of a house and renting out another. And it could be a condo or some other kind of housing unit, but I did that several years ago when I was first starting out in a very expensive market of Maui, Hawaii. My housemates paid my mortgage, and they started me off on a path to wealth, all while I was living in paradise, and a very expensive paradise. Finally, please hit that like button, subscribe and share, and I hope to see you again soon on another video where hopefully we can help you live the retire early and often lifestyle.